Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video, and yes, we are going to be looking at another disastrous weekend for Snow White. Yeah, this is going to be one of the biggest box office bombs in history, it really is. So, Snow White may fail to hit 100 million at domestic box office after disastrous 60% drop. Now, comic book movie, they come with a lot of stuff, and it seems to be that a lot of like online people, they look at comic book movie as a good source of their information. You know, they don't go around like you got cosmicbookmovie.com and all this, where they're like, oh my god, you're lying, you're just putting out false things. And everyone's like, oh no, comicbookmovie.com is actually a really good one. So, if it's a good one, and obviously a lot of the stuff they say is going to be true, right? Right? So, Disney's latest live-action remake, Snow White, could be in danger of failing to reach the $100 million box office milestone in North America after taking in just $1.5 million last Friday. Yeah, it wasn't good. Disney's Snow White took in just $1.5 million on Friday in the US, dropping 60% from its daily total 1 week ago. The movie is now in 4th place at domestic box office, Minecraft obviously number 1, and currently sits at just $72 million, putting it in serious danger of failing to hit the 100 million milestone in North America. This would be a disastrous result for a film with a reported budget of $250. In total, I believe it's something like $450 million, so it would have been like $250, $270 for the film, and the rest would have been for distribution and promotion. And it's interesting to see because, well, worldwide, how much has Snow White made worldwide? Let's take a quick look. So, we got it right by here. So, it took in 1.5 million on the Friday last week, and since then, it's literally only made 77 million in America, 91 million worldwide, and only 169 million worldwide. This is what you get, Disney. This is what you get when you start hiring someone who is, well, she basically sabotaged the film from the get-go. You know, she's not a star. She thought she was a star. She thought she was an amazing mega A-lister. She thought she was Julia Roberts. She thought she was Cameron Diaz. She thought she was Angelina Jolie. She thought, just after appearing in 2 movies, that she could say all this stupid shit. But it hasn't worked, isn't it, Disney? Because you are now looking at a $300 million loss, which is absolutely hysterical. But going back to the article, as you can see by here, that it received mixed and negative reviews from critics, obviously. It's now dropped to 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oof. Which, it was 44%, I think? And audience did seem to be getting a little more out of it for the most part, 71%. So again, that's down like 1 or 2% as well. CinemaScore recently revealed that the movie has earned a B+ grade, which isn't terrible by any means, but is reportedly the lowest ever CinemaScore for any live-action Disney remake. The studio's most recent offering, Mufasa the Lion King, was given an A-. But then you got by here, which we talked about this as well, with Variety. Variety published what many considered to be a hit piece on Rachel Zegler, and the article definitely suggested that the studio is at least partially laying the blame for Snow White's box office on her. Rightfully so. This woman, she went around and she basically just started acting like some teenage brat that you find in high school. Oh, no one does this, I'm that. She thought she was the queen's bee, but no. In fact, she turned out to be the queen's knees. And it's interesting to see, you know, because you got Jonah Platt, son of Mark Platt, who is the producer of the film. He took to Instagram to defend his father because in the Variety said that at Disney's behest, he flew to New York in August to ask her to remove a Free Palestine comment that she made on X while she was thanking Disney fans for watching the Snow White trailer. Exactly, but this is because someone called her his father was creepy as hell because he had to go across country and tell the star of his $300 million movie that you are wrecking the chances of it making its money back. That's it. That is down to literally the last easiest way to actually explain why he did it. But you are going to have people who are going to be, they're going to be with her. They're going to be thanking her. Oh my God, she's great. She's a star. She's this. And to be honest with you, the people who are celebrating her, sticking up for her and saying, oh, she's right, she does this, then sorry, you got shit in your eyes. You really have. Because if you think what she done is fine, obviously you've never worked a day in your life. You've never owned anything where you've had to be responsible for other people. You've never been responsible to get money back for people higher up. You just haven't. If you think this person did exactly what she was and you thought it was fine. Now, with her comment regarding the Palestine comment, she could have put that on another post. She could have. She could have put out the one regarding the trailer. The trailer, thank you ever so much for watching the trailer, for this, for that. And the next tweet she could have sent out 10, 20 minutes later, she could have said something completely different and put it in there. But she didn't. Because she knew for a fact only her Disney one would get people to look at it. Because no one cares about her. But it's interesting to see that it's only made $169 million worldwide. And I think what makes this even funnier is that when Beauty and the Beast, the live action version, when that came out, it made $174 million in America alone on its opening weekend. On its opening weekend. This is $169 million worldwide in 3 weeks. If Hollywood doesn't look at her and say, we can't actually rely on you at the moment, if we are going to cast you, it's going to be in side parts, bit parts. You're not going to be the main character, because she will probably sabotage those films as well. She probably would. But again, no, she was picked from obscurity to be in a Steven Spielberg movie, and that's why she thinks she's, God's gift to women's acting. That's what she thinks, but she's not. She's just turned everything against her. And especially when you have a go at the film that you're remaking, the film that literally laid the foundation for you having a job. Not cool. Not cool at all. And that does show how immature she really is. She's immature to be an actress. Well, not immature to be an actress. She's immature to be someone in the spotlight for this long. Because she was cast as a Disney princess. To be honest with you, if she never said anything stupid and she didn't commit career suicide by going, weird, yeah, she's followed by a stalker and all that stuff, people would have gone and seen the film, guarantee you. But because this person has attacked something that literally billions of people have watched and loved and has a dear place for it in their heart, you're attacking all those people. And they're going to be like, well, if you're saying that, love, we're not going to go and watch your movie. That's what's going to happen. And it did. But they don't see it like that. They think, why is everyone attacking me? Because you said stupid shit to everyone. That's why. And then all of a sudden, just because you've said something now doesn't make you have, you don't get consequences for your actions. And this is why the producer had to fly across country and say, what are you doing? Delete the tweet. We need people to go and see this. Otherwise, you're not going to get paid. So what did she do? She went, okay, she complied. Because she probably thought, I'm not going to get my millions of dollars. That's why. And obviously she caused a major rift between herself and Gal Gadot. And to be honest with you, out of those two actresses, Gal Gadot is the A-list. I wouldn't call her a superstar, but she is a megastar, obviously, because of Wonder Woman, the Batman movies, and everything else. And then it was Red Notice on Netflix with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds. So obviously you got all of that. And yeah, she's the one who got the bigger paycheck out of the two. And she was like, oh, no. I'm going to say this. And what she said caused a rift. Because, again, Gal Gadot was in the Israel Defense Army. Yeah, Rachel Zegler, to be honest with you, she's too young, she's too mature, she's too dumb. If she just kept her mouth quiet and she went along like she did after the film was out and she was promoting it, it's great, the film's this, the old film is lovely. You can't backtrack what you said because this day and age, everything is on the internet, everything is kept, Everyone has a digital footprint, and it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. It really is. But guys, let us know down below what you think of this, because still I find it absolutely hysterical. She thinks she hasn't caused any issue, but in fact she's the main issue. Let us know what you think down below, folks. If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon.